Well, as you can see, the crowd has shown up here in Aspen, Colorado, Buttermilk Mountain specifically, for what you asked. That's right, the Women's Ski SuperPipe edition here at X Games Aspen 2018. A beautiful night, a little bit of snow moving in later this evening into tomorrow, but right now, the lights are on, the crowd is out and about, and greetings everyone. My name is Chris, Uncle E. Ernst, alongside two-time gold medalist in this very event, Women's Ski SuperPipe, Jen Hudak. Now, Jen, we've got an arsenal of firepower coming down. We'll talk about them in a minute, but what are we looking to see tonight?
Oh my gosh, well, this pipe is in fantastic shape. So many good things said about it. So we're gonna see some huge amplitude tonight and some big tricks from these women.
That's right, crowd always fired up. They've been waiting hours for this, and these athletes have been waiting a whole year to throw it on down this sumptuous pipe. Our format, it really hasn't changed much from years past, but we'll break it down for you one more time. 8 riders, they're gonna get 3 runs each and a 100-point scale. In the history of this event, we've yet to see a perfect 100, but hey, maybe tonight's the night. And the judges, an overall impression, we'll talk about it as we go on. I'm gonna give you the who and the what, Jen's gonna give you the how and the why, and this is how it's shaping up. It is an Olympic year. We'll let you know that all 8 of these ladies representing their countries will be in the games coming up next month. But right now, let's focus on some highlights. Who do you like?
I'm really liking Marie Martineau and Cassie Sharp this year. Marie was landing 1080s in training, and Cassie landed some really nice switch 7s, and she was doing 1080s earlier in this season. So both those women are ones to watch. Marie is the defending gold medalist, so she's going to be out here with something to prove.
Yeah, and it's her swan song. She's been competing for years. You competed against her way back when the pipe was in its infancy. So great storylines, and that's what we're here for. We're going to break it down for you. And never discount Miss Maddy Bowman, the Olympic gold medalist, and she's won this event 4 times. So let's get this show on the road. Lights are on. The sun has set. Little pink hue in the background. Little pink jersey on the X Games lady. We're starting things off with a lady coming from Germany. If I'm not mistaken, this is our first German competitor officially in Ski SuperPipe. Sabrina Koch-Machli, her first of 3 runs. Absolutely no expectations here, Jen, because she's a rookie. When you've not done this event before, you don't have that sense of what am I going to do better? Right.
This is just so much fun to come out here and show off what you got. Coming in switch, starting off with a switch down the pipe, right side 720, into the left 540, sneaking a grab in there if I'm not mistaken. Back-to-back 5s there, landing pretty clean, but a little bit of a speed check into that skier's right wall. We'll see what she has in this second half. A nice, oh no, Sabrina, shoot. She put her feet down on that 720, and it looks like that ski just popped off, wasn't having it.
Yeah, got the transition down, kind of got in the back seat a bit, and we'll take another peek at it here. Here's up top.
So this is her left side 540, reaching for that grab, but not quite getting it. We do want to see those athletes really locking into those grabs to get the highest possible score. And here's a look. It looks like she started a little bit early on that 720, and when she puts her skis down here, that rear left binding just pops right off. She looks to be just fine, so she has 2 more runs to get this dialed.
Yeah, and we have a very veteran crew watching this and a great staff on board here to make sure that everything goes properly. Bindings are supposed to come off if the fall is, not the right way, so safety is priority out here.
Absolutely.
All right, so Sabrina, she gets 2 more runs. Let's go back up top. One of the best spinners in the business, Annalisa Drew out of Andover, Massachusetts. One word to describe her: fearless. And why is that, Jen?
Oh man, this girl spins like a top. She's got a figure skating background. She is not afraid to send it. One of the only girls to ever do a 1260. Starting it out with a really nice cork 900, landing pretty flawlessly into the alley-oop. Flat spin 540, one of few women to do that trick. Into a mellow straight air, and then into the right side. 720, looking over that right shoulder into a switch straight air. We're going to see what she can finish things off with here. Another straight air. And cleanly, oh no, losing another shoe.
And almost identical circumstances further down the pipe on the opposite wall that Sabrina had for and Annalisa. But up top, what I liked about this is the variety she had, and yes, the amplitude and the spins, of course.
Absolutely. I mean, her takeoff on that 9 is really nice. The only thing missing is her grab, but she's spotting her landing there, putting her feet down, setting herself up for her next trick. Here's a look at her right side 720, again spotting that landing. And this is that left side 720. Again, pretty similar to the issue we saw with Sabrina, just starting a little bit early, maybe not quite fully getting the rotation, and that rear binding just releases and sends her over the back.
Yep, so Annalisa Drew knows she's capable of it. Took a bronze medal in 2016 here in Aspen, took 6th last place, so we'll see what the competitor from the USA, the Olympian, will do for us. All right, so Devin Logan, silver medalist time and time again. She also earned a silver in slope style at the Olympics in 2014. But I'll tell you what, I had a conversation with her last night. She's stoked to represent the USA in both pipe and slope. Right now, she's going to drop in for first run of 3.
Devin is known for amplitude and style, so you guys should be expecting to see that out of her. Super sick, cork 900, Devin, that is a new trick for her. Super exciting to see that into the right side 540, back-to-back fives, landing the left 540 really nicely. Alley-oop, Japan grab there, into the left side 720, getting that tail grab, coming in switch over the left shoulder, and landing the switch left center. Almost landing it. Oh man, that was a fantastic run from Devin. That 9, she's been working on it, and that was pretty sick.
Yeah, how frustrating is that? After such a smooth run, you've nailed it, and just a little skivel at the bottom.
That is a really frustrating thing, but I know that Devin probably had so much adrenaline from pulling that trick off right there, that left 900. She's just squeaking it around. So it's hard. I mean, you have so much adrenaline pumping through your veins. You have to calm yourself down to finish the rest of your run. So I think she has 2 more in her. She's get a little bit of the nerves out now, and we're going to see some big things from Devin to come.
Yeah, clean that up just a little bit. So 28's the score. Basically in scoring, if you're falling, the judges will not award you anything higher than a 30, no matter how pronounced or how proficient your run was all the way throughout. So you can do the best run you've ever seen, but if you're crashing at the bottom, chances are you won't even come close to a 30.
So 28 at 30 is pretty good.
Yeah, if that's what your bar is, perfect. So Devin will head back up. Let's look at another Olympian, Britta Sigourney out of Carmel, California. Not a place known for its skiing, but her mom and dad taking her to Tahoe since she was an infant, and just had a word with them. They are nervous and they are fired up, and watch the amplitude for this super booster.
Looking good, starting out with a huge straight air into that alley-oop. This is her favorite trick to do in the half pipe. Going huge, cork left 9, getting the tail grab, looking really clean so far. Alley-oop 540, staying up, looking into the bottom of this run. Nice left side 540 mute grab into the right cork 720, super clean. First landed run we've seen. That's pretty good stuff right there.
You gonna go out on a limb and put her in first place?
I think it's pretty safe. It's a safe limb, a very sturdy limb. Yes, I'm gonna say that's putting Britta in first place, and we're gonna have to see what's to come. But one thing that really stands out for me is just her focus on style and grabs. She gets every single grab in these tricks, and everything is boosting out of the pipe. Huge, really nice takeoff on this cork 900, reaching back. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. Oh, there it is. Getting that grab, spotting her landing, putting the feet back down. Britta's one of my favorite women to watch.
Yeah, the amplitude and now the tricks and the grabs, she's kind of peaked at the right time, and she said so as well. So look at the happiness right there. It's got to be relieving there in order to get one run down. So Britta Sigourney currently in the lead. We got a lot more firepower coming down. The crowd is here. Stick with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Buttermilk Mountain here in Aspen, Colorado. A beautiful evening. The crowd is just going to grow as this is women's ski superpipe, followed up by men's ski superpipe. But the ladies right now, we've had 4 competitors go for left in this first run. Britta Sigourney, 88.66, has set the bar right where it needs to be. However, there's a lot of, I guess we should call them very talented individuals with a lot of experience to chase her down. One of them being, well, a lady who's won this event 4 times. She won it 4 in a row. She's earned an Olympic gold medal, and she knows how to throw it down. Please welcome from South Lake Tahoe, Maddy Bowman. So what is she doing right there? Explain.
Maddy does this before every single run, just visualizing the key elements, making sure she's going to get those takeoffs dialed. Dropping in with some speed. Nice straight air mute grab. into the left 540, reaching back for the tail grab, not quite getting it, into the right side 720, looking over the left shoulder. Nice switch left to 900. Right side, getting a safety grab on that 540, and into the left side 900. Looking for a big trick at the end, right side 900, landing a little bit low. Not the cleanest run we've seen out of Maddy, but I think a pretty good start to the evening. It's a solid foundation, and she can just build from here.
All right, so we're going to talk about details here. Having a look back, when you say not the cleanest, she needs to clean up. Are the grabs complete right there? Case in point, she's not quite getting the grab, and that throws the rotation and the landing off.
Absolutely. The grab is such a key element to your tricks. She did a little bit better on that right side 720 there, getting that mute grab and setting her up nicely for that next trick. Here's a look at the left side 900, reaching back for the tail grab. And again, just looks like she's landing a little bit low, maybe having a bit too much pop on her takeoff. And that's her right 900, just trying to get it around. So she'll get a solid score. It's a landed run, but she's going to be looking to number 2 and 3 to improve.
And Maddy scoring 84.33, slides into second place. So yeah, 2 more to clean that up. And a lady that knows the pipe well up top, going through her mojo, her 7th X Games appearance, our sole competitor from Japan, Ayana Onizuka. And I was watching her in practice. She seems to be, and maybe it was just the training, seems to be the amplitude is a little lower than we've seen in the past. Maybe that was part of her training. Let's see what she has in her first run of 3.
Starting off things with the left side 900. I haven't seen that out of Ayana before. Into the right 540. Left side 720, looking over the right shoulder. Switch right, cork 720. That was a really nice trick. Into the left side 540, finishing things off with the right side 720. That's, I would say that amplitude picked up from what we were seeing in training.
Yeah.
And my hunch was right. She was working towards that 900. So super exciting to see Ayana and Devin both getting that 900 into their runs.
Yeah, so the Olympic bronze medalist from Sochi gets the amplitude up, and what I enjoyed about this run is the variety of tricks she put down and kept the amplitude up for the most part.
Absolutely. That was a look at that left side 900, and here's a right side 540, trying to get that grab.
So we'll talk throughout the night about right side and left side and switch, and you'll see right here, landing switch. Typically when you're going into the next wall, you're going to lose a little bit of speed. It's how you maintain that speed throughout the course of the pipe to keep the ever important amplitude up. So those are the key points that the judges are looking for in the overall impression. And Onizuka, 80.33, slides into third. Sigourney star leader. 2 more left in the first round. Let's go on to one of your picks here, Cassie Sharp. A whole bunch of podiums in the last 2 years. Why are you liking Cassie so much?
Cassie just has that perfect combination of amplitude, style, technicality. She just really has the full package right now, and if she can put it all together in a run tonight, I think she could take it.
She's also coached by the legend Trenton Painter and also Mark McDonnell, legends of the freestyle free ski community. Look at that amplitude, you're not joking there.
Boosting a cork left 9 into the cork right 9, back-to-back 900s, into a huge flare, and into a right side 360, a remarkably difficult trick for one so simple, into a huge switch right 3, huge straight air, double grab, finishing things off with the 10, stay up! Darn it! That was awesome. Really fun skiing. I'm confident she's gonna land a run tonight. But that was huge. You can see what I'm talking about. The amplitude is there, the technicality. Here's a look at her left side 900, reaching back for that grab, not quite locking onto it, but the amplitude alone, the inverted axis of that trick kind of trumps it for me. And then the fact that she does that right into a right side 900, not her natural way of spinning, to me is just really impressive.
Yeah, she's throwing jumps that were arguably the stalemates for what the guys were doing back in 04 and 05. Candide known for his flares, and look at the style, just mixing it up, that amplitude, and unfortunately, just dragging the hands, down she goes, as we mentioned. Any body parts dragging, when you fall, you're not gonna place anywhere near the podium. There you see it, a perfect 30 with a fall. Yeah. So, Cassie, yeah, good things from her and more to come. Here we go with Miss Marie Martineau out of La Plagne, France. She has been doing this pipe thing since early 2000s. Her first X Games was in 2005, earned a 5th place. She's our defending champ here, and this is her swan song. We will not see her anymore at the X. It's unofficial, you never know. She may get a second win, but she's
third win.
A third win, yeah, more on her, but let's watch her run right now.
Big bag of drink.
Nice, stylish, straight air tail grab to start things out into that cork 540. Into her nice right side 540 with the lead view grab. Pretty tricky grab to get in there. Into the left 900, bringing it around, staying up. There's a huge flare. Oh no. Ouch, ouch. Ouch, ouch. That doesn't feel good. In case you thought that somehow felt nice, let me tell you, it does not. But here's a look at that tail grab. Marie is just always known for her style, really hanging on to that, hanging it out to dry. And here is her left side 540, reaching down for that tail grab.
And holding on to it, that's executed perfectly.
Really nice.
And then down below, what happened?
I think this is probably her left 9. She went huge on that. Not quite the inverted axis we're seeing with some of the other women. And then here's a look at that flare, really big, spotting her landing, bringing her feet back down, but landing pretty low in back seat. And then she just got hooked up on that edge. So hopefully Marie's all right, going back up for runs 2 and 3.
All right, so only 3 of 8 landed their runs. So get the butterflies out of the system, or relock and load, and send them back up to the top for run 2 of 3. This again is the women's ski super pipe here at Aspen, Colorado, night 1 of 4. Britta Sigourney out of Carmel, California. Maddy Bowman, Ayana Onozuka, your top 3 for podiums right now. Everybody else needs to stand up and stick it all the way down. So, as we just mentioned, that's 1 and done, and there's Britta fired up, a little look back, almost coming right into your kitchen, into your living room. We'll bring you more when we come back. Will Britta take her first gold medal here tonight? Unfolding the map of a fantastic place to be. If you're a local, this becomes a rite of passage. These kids have been coming here. Sometimes their parents are bringing them in backpacks when they're infants, and all the schools. Sometimes they get the day off to come check out some of the events. Good stuff here in Aspen. Our standings after run number 1 of the women's ski super pipe. USA's own Britta Sigourney in first. Maddy Bowman, 4-time gold medalist here, is in second. And Ayana Onozuka, Olympic bronze medalist, she's in third. So a lot more action to come. The key here for the ladies that didn't put it to their feet is, what did I do wrong and how can I improve upon that? Uncle Lee alongside Jen Hudak. So what goes on in your mind when you crash your first run?
Crashing your first run is not fun, but you have to just trust yourself. You just have to know you have put in the hours and the training. That one run doesn't have to define the rest of your night. So hopefully Sabrina is looking in a positive direction and knows she can stomp this clean.
Perfect. Sabrina Kochmachli out of Germany, from a village called Garmisch-Partenkirchen, and she's getting her amplitude and her confidence back right now.
Yeah, one of the few women to drop in switch, doing that switch right side 720. Getting a tail grab here into the right side 720. That's where she had the issue last time. And just a little switch straight air to finish things off. I don't think that's entirely what she was going for, but hey, she stayed on her feet this time. It'll improve on her score, and now she has one more run to really get things dialed. There's a look at that 540. Not quite the amplitude we're seeing from some of the other women in this field tonight. And here's that right side 540. A little bit back seat, but pulling it off. Just styling it out. Locking onto that tail grab. And here's a look where she had that issue in the first run, getting the 720 clean this time. Probably just dialed up those bindings a few clicks.
Yeah, landed higher up on the wall. So yeah, she put one to her feet. That greatly improves her score. So into fourth with a 68. Our hat, our Monster Energy hat up top tells you the story. Sigourney in first, Bowman second, Onozuka third, with a lot more yet to come. All right, the spinner, the former ice skater, so not afraid to like lock that toe and do the what's known as a sow cow.
Yeah.
And so she's going to see if she can improve upon her first run. The fearless one, getting after it right now. A bronze back in 2016. Watch this first hit.
Annalisa going big. Cork left 900, setting up for that alley-oop flat spin 540. Again, not seeing that out of other women in this field. Ooh, a little bobble on that straight air. That will hurt her score a bit. Here's the right side 900, landing a bit low, but keeping it to her feet. Oh no, hitting the deck. Oh, that's a big hit. And she's up, because this girl is, I swear, she is not made of flesh and bone like the rest of us.
You got a bionic woman going on here?
Seriously, she is something else. All right, here's the look at that first hit, Cork 900. Really spinning quickly. You can see why this girl is known for her spinning. She just rotates so quickly, trying to get grabs in there. There's a look at that flat spin 540. And we'll see if we can take a look at that fall. Just starting her pop a few feet down the pipe. When you do that, you end up not pushing away from the wall enough, so you can see that left foot just getting hooked up on the deck on that flat spot on the top. And, you know, she landed on her back in a pretty decent spot, and she seems to be just fine, smiling. She's having fun, I can tell you that.
Better to slide down those firm walls than to fall off of the wall down to the flat bottom.
Oh, yeah,
so
I can say.
To that, a few bruises through the ears, yeah?
Oh, one or two.
Yep.
2.
All right, we're having a nice time out here in Aspen. Night 1 of 4 out here at Buttermilk Mountain. This is women's ski super pipe. Britta Sigourney in the lead, but this lady, she's competing in all 3 women's discipline: pipe, slopestyle, and big air. Name is Devin Logan, and she's dropping in for her second run, seeing she can't clean it up a bit.
There's that straight air, setting her up for this left side 900. Come on, D-Lo. Nice, lands it, brings it around. We'll see if she can keep her nerves at bay and finish this runoff clean. Into the left side 540, reaching back, tickling that tail grab. Into the alley-oop Japan grab. She had some issues here last time. There's the left side 720, cleaning it up. Looking over that shoulder, nice. And sticking the switch left side 540? 900? 540.
Yep.
I'm losing track.
Yeah, a lot of spins.
Yeah, so that's a cleaned up run. She lost it on that switch hit at the bottom last time. So here's that setup trick. Sometimes when you're working on a new trick, trying to get a new trick like this 900 into your run, you want to start off with something simple just to make sure you can get to it. And here she is with the right side 540, sneaking in that Japan grab, bringing it around nice and clean. And man, I can't imagine competing in 3 events at X Games. I mean, mind-blowing. I was stressed out enough competing in 1. This girl is a true warrior. Yeah,
and she does a great amount of fitness. 2 older brothers, 2 older sisters, youngest of 5 kids. Was not allowed to be a cheerleader. She played quarterback football. How's that? And some soccer as well. So Devin Logan put into an 82.33, sliding into that 3rd spot. Good for her. It's got to be a little relief there.
It always feels good to land a clean run. I mean, even if you know there's something you can improve upon, because let's be real, there's always something to improve upon. But Devin with a pretty solid score there.
All right, Britta Sigourney earned a silver in 2011, a bronze in 2015. She's earned the top spot thus far after the first run. Here she goes, and see if she can tighten it up a bit and climb up the scale.
Starting out with a huge straight air mute grab, nearly hitting that 12-foot mark. Into the alley-oop Japan, over nearly 13 feet on that. And there's the cork left 900, getting the tail grab, boosting the alley-oop 540, landing super solid into this left side 540. Her amplitude is just dialed into the right side 720 and calling it a day. Such a beautiful run, but there's one thing that's missing, which is a switch trick. Most of these other women are taking off backwards in some sort of maneuver, and that's the only thing lacking from Britta's run. But man, I tell you, these tricks were all almost 10 feet plus out of the pipe, really getting her grabs cleanly. No errors really to even talk about, just everything is super smooth. Her takeoffs are dialed. There's a look at that left side 540, getting a little bit off axis there, landing really nice.
Well, there's been the debate of amplitude versus technicality on the switch runs, and we'll see what that is. Look at that, she does climb the scale, 90.33. Britta Sigourney inching closer to a gold with a lot more competition yet to come. Stick around. Welcome back, Aspen, Colorado. Nighttime is the right time to throw it on down in the SuperPipe. This is our 17th year here in Aspen, and right now we're halfway through the competition with Britta Sigourney, the only lady in the 90s. Maddy Bowman, Devin Logan, everybody else chasing. See the ones highlighted there in the yellow? That means they still get to run in run number 2, and everybody gets a 3rd rebate coupon. What are you liking so far, Jen?
Oh man, I'm really liking Britta skiing tonight. She's just looking super consistent, really getting the grabs. We're gonna have to see if it can hold up. If Cassie can pull off her run, that's gonna be a battle.
Well, we know this young lady from South Lake Tahoe is not afraid to throw it on down. 4 golds in a row. She owned the pipe for a number of years here at X Games. Olympic gold medalist as well. Maddy Bowman, seeing she can't clean up her run, get those grabs, and keep that amplitude going.
Starting out with a clean mute grab into that left side 540, getting the grab a little better this time. There's the right side 720, looking over her left shoulder into the switch left 900, into the right 540. What can she finish off with? Here's the left 900, landing a little bit better this time, and into the right side 900. That's definitely an improvement. And man, I have to call out, she does a switch 9 in this run. That is a really difficult trick to do.
And as far as amplitude and grabs up top, there's the big mute grab, holds onto it, commits to it. The grabs throughout down at the bottom, what would you say about that?
Grabs in those back-to-back 9s at the bottom weren't quite as dialed as we saw from a few other individuals, but this is something that Maddy has really been putting a lot of time and effort into. She knows that it's what's holding her back from really reaching her potential, so it's not for lack of effort. And here's a look at that left side 900. She's reaching back for it, grabbing on, much improved from that first run, and hopefully the judges reward her for it. I can't imagine this is a lower score, that's for sure.
All right, Bowman looking to improve upon an 84.33. Judges up top. 92, she slides up into the lead. We got ourselves a battle royale going on. So Bowman, Sigourney, Logan, USA 1, 2, 3 presently, with some more competition to go. This is Ayana Onizuka. Her last medal here was a silver last year, and she had a great first run, smiles galore, knows what she needs to do. And there's the pre-run, the visualization, the focus. Jen, we were talking earlier, your competition changed when you started to visualize.
100%. I had to stop before every run and make sure I could see myself executing things perfectly. Like she was probably visualizing that 9 and landed it super clean. There's the right side 540 into the left side 720. Her skiing is just so solid. Switch left 720 right there into the left side 540. See if she can finish it off clean. Right side 720. Not quite. I jinxed her. I'm sorry, Ayana. I take full responsibility.
That's nice.
Oh, man. Great run from Ayana, though. I'm really happy to see her getting that 9 into this run. Here's a look at that. Really nice amplitude. Setting the trick strong. No grab yet, but when you're first figuring these tricks out, I mean, just to put them to your feet is a huge accomplishment. Right into a right side 540, getting the grab on that one.
Well, she comes from a ski family background, as we're taking a peek back at her run. Again, right at the last hit, the last place you want to have something happen is right here. Here's the final hit, gets up. Talk us through what happens here.
It looks like she ran out of pipe a little bit. See how she's getting really, really close to the edge there, and I don't think she quite committed to bringing that trick fully around to land it cleanly. Hopefully that's something that is an easy fix for her in run number 3.
Yeah, so she'll stay in 4th with an 80.33. Again, score to beat. Maddy Bowman with a 92, looking for her 5th gold medal here in Aspen. 2 ladies remain, and this gal from Canada, boy howdy, she put on a show her first run, but was not able to completely clean it all the way throughout. Cassie Sharp gets props from the coaches up above. Watch for the first hit and the amplitude carried throughout, and of course the grabs and the variety. That's what the judges on the overall impression want to see.
Boosting the cork 9 landed flawless. It doesn't even look hard when she does it. There's the right side 900 into a massive flare, landing a little bit low, but really no issue. She's looking super strong. Right side 360, looking over the left shoulder, squeezing out that switch 3 into a huge straight air, and let's see what she, ran out of pipe maybe?
Yeah, it looked like it, but she got the grabs in and she committed to it there. So you can see what we're talking about as far as amplitude and the confidence she has wall to wall. And as you said, that first hit up top, just nailed it and continued on down.
A ton of confidence. I mean, even when she's landing a little bit lower, a little bit back seat, she's just so on it. As soon as her feet hit the ground, she gets her body back into the perfect position to set up for that next trick. Really, really cool trick right there. Spotting her landing. Here's an example of that. Just her body position is just phenomenal, even though she's landing a bit low. And here's that right side 360. When you go as big as Cassie, to do a trick just as simple as a 360 can actually be extraordinarily difficult.
You'll see her brother, Cassie Sharp, in X Games for slopestyle. Excuse me, big air coming up, and slopestyle later on. And we're looking for her score to get into the podium spot. Needs better than an 82.33 to take the lead. 92, and judges doing their thing. Oh, you know when this is going on up there, they're saying, where does that, where does it fit in between the scale of, I'm gonna say it because I've seen it and I've been up there before, where does it fit between second and third? Oh, I'm way off. Okay, so there was something that was missed, maybe down below there.
Yeah,
so,
she missed that bottom hit, the one where she fell earlier, so.
Yep, all right, so she has one more. Let's go up top right now. Look at Marie Martineau, 4-time X Games medalist, defending gold medalist here, oldest winner at the age of 32, Olympic silver medalist, and you competed against her. What else do we have to say about Marie?
Man, I mean, if I competed against her, you know she's been around for a while. So long, in fact, that she already retired once, came out of retirement to get medals at the Olympics and win X Games.
And the only mom in the field, you know, Millie Rose, her daughter.
Yeah.
You know,
she's a boss.
That's it. So here goes Eminem, Marie Martineau out of La Planche, France.
Styling out that tail grab to start things out. There's the left side 540 into the right side 540, reaching down for that lead mute grab. Here's her 900, bringing it around really clean into the flare, taking amplitude down just a little bit so she can get down to this huge hit, landing the 7. Much improved from her first run. Much improved. I think she's working towards a 10 down below.
That's it.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
But that was a solid run for Marie. It looked like she talked to her coaches and maybe decided to back off on the amplitude on that flare just to make sure she could land it clean and get that final hit in. There's a lot of strategy involved in the runs and coming out to compete. It's not just about who is the best skier. It's about who can put together the best run on that given night. So you can see some of that decision-making coming into play, spotting her landing, almost losing it, but fighting hard to make sure she can get this left side 720 in, getting her grab, putting the landing gear down. Whew.
It's always so important in that final hit. It's the last thing the judges see, to ski out backwards all the way with confidence or to claim it. Do a little showboat, say, hey, that's what it was. And score in. Martineau, 87.33, so she slides into third place. Bowman, Sigourney, Martineau, your top 3, as you see on the board right there. That is after run number 2. So we have one more run left. Everyone's got a feel for how this thing is sliding and gliding. We'll see what the ladies do as they head back up top, reset, and we'll come up with the final chapter of the 2018 Women's Ski SuperPipe. There she is, Maddy Bowman, South Lake Tahoe. She lit it up. She figured out what she was doing wrong and got it right. Will she hold on to take her 5th gold? Stick with us to find out. Welcome back to the Women's Ski SuperPipe competition, Buttermilk Mountain, Aspen, Colorado, about 8,000 feet high, and these ladies are throwing it down. There's your leaderboard. Maddy Bowman looking for her 5th gold. Britta Sigourney looking for her 1st gold, and Marie Martineau looking to defend her gold. 1, 2, 3, with 8 in our field total. Hello, everyone. Uncle Lee alongside Jen Hudak. What do you see so far, young lady?
Oh my gosh, it makes me want to ski again. Oh, this is just too much fun. Some really good things tonight. Maddy Bowman really pulling it out. She has 3 900s in her run, and it's keeping her in first place as it stands right now. So these women are going to have to really throw down, up their technicality, really push the amplitude to get things locked.
All right, she hails from Germany. She's a rookie, no expectations, as we said before. Sabrina Kokmakli, she is sponsored by Pizza Hut, and she works there as well. So they're setting her up for a dream here in Aspen, and she's gonna have to do everything in her power to have a nice clean run.
whatever you got to do to make the dream happen.
Love it.
Nice straight air there from Sabrina. A little bit of a speed check is killing her amplitude on that right wall. Here we go, another straight air. I think she's maybe not feeling 100% right now.
Well, you know what's awesome? And she comes from a village, Garmisch-Partenkirchen, which is part of the World Cup Alpine stop, and which is all ski racing all the time there. Good to see a gal dropping into the pipe and doing what she loves.
Yeah, I think at a certain point, you know, it's just not quite your night. Hopefully everything is good with her. She'll be heading to the Olympics.
Well, as you mentioned, she's a rookie. You know, rarely do rookies show up here and walk away on the top of the podium. It's a great learning experience, a lot of media, obviously, and a lot of unhidden pressure.
Absolutely. There is nothing like the X Games stage, and it can bring out the best in you, and it can also be extraordinarily exhausting. So these women have a lot to be proud of for showing up and throwing down.
Yeah, so Annalisa Drew in an uncomfortable, unusual position in 8th right now. We know she's capable of more. She earned a bronze back in 2016. And she will be dropping in right now, known for her spins and solid amplitude. There she goes.
Solid 900 to start things out into that flat spin 540. Not quite the amplitude we're seeing from some other women. Just putting a straight air in there. Into the right side, 540. That's supposed to be a 7, but I think she's just gonna roll with it. Left side, 720 into a switch, 540. We're gonna call it a night. That'll improve her score. Bump her out of that 8th place spot, but not the run Anna wanted to see tonight.
Yeah, it started off with some good fervor in the 2.5 rotations, kind of off axis.
You know, I'm just glad she got up after that crash on that second run, and she's in one piece.
Yeah, that could be part of it. You know, maybe she took a little thump and hit these ice walls.
Looks like she got caught up a little bit on that takeoff. I think that was supposed to be a 7. She ended up putting the landing gear down at 5 just so she could continue her run and get the best score possible.
So she'll stay in 8th place with a 51.33. Loon Mountain now living in Breckenridge, so that'll do it for Annalisa Drew. A little visualization going on by Devin Logan out of Westover, Vermont. 6 out of 7 years, the last 6 out of 7 years, she's been the overall AFP winner. That means she does a lot on skis all season long. Pipe, slope, big air, she can do it all, and here she goes. She's currently in 4th place.
Devin is a machine, there is no doubt about it. And she was put on this earth to do one thing, and that is ski. There's that nice 900, working it into her run just this season. Getting that right side 540, left 540, getting the tail grab, super clean alley-oop, Japan grab. There's that classic Devin Logan 720 into the switch 7. Slapping back, bumping her head a little bit there. Seems to be a-okay. Take a look here. There's that 900 that she's been working around, squeezing it around at the end, not fully getting the skis all the way to 9 before they are back on the snow, but right now she just needs to keep getting mileage on that trick to make sure it's nice and tuned up for what's to come later in this season. Looking over that left shoulder, one of the few that we're seeing getting that inverted on a switch 720, switch 540, my apologies, but not quite holding on to it.
Yeah, but one thing about her, she is tenacious and she's full of skill. From Westover, Vermont, the youngest of 5. We'll see a lot of her coming up in slopestyle and big air as well. And back up at the top, Britta Sigourney looking for that elusive gold medal. She got a bronze, she got a silver. She held the top spot for a minute, but fellow country woman, Maddy Bowman, took that away from her. So will Britta rise to the top right now? What does she need to do, Jen?
Well, yeah, I'm glad you asked. Britta has been working on a right side 900, so that last trick that she does is a right side 720, and if she can add another 180, that might up her technicality enough. The amplitude we are seeing out of her right now is insane. Almost 15 feet on that 900. Massive alley-oop 540, staying up. There's the left side 540. And what do we have here? Right side 720. So same run we saw before. Amplitude on the first half, much higher, had a little bit of a bobble on that alley-oop 5. So the lower half is a little bit smaller, but holy crap. This girl is like on a mission to the moon or something.
Yeah, peaking at the right time. That up against the wall, alley-oop, goes for the grab. Just get more of a touch in there, so it's, as Mike Douglas used to say, it's all in the details, little things.
All in the details, absolutely. And that alley-oop rotation is pretty tricky.
Yeah, well, she's in the silver spot right now. She's in a comfortable position, needs greater than a 92 flat in order to take the lead away from Maddy. Yet Maddy has another run coming up, so judges doing their thing in our standings presently are such. Maddy, Britta, Marie are 1, 2, 3. And we are still waiting. Score in an 80. So it does no better. Our final 4 ladies are coming up. Maddy Bowman dodging a bullet. Will Ayana be able to rise to the top? And Cassie Sharp, she's got one to throw down. The conclusion of women's ski SuperPipe coming up when we come back. Welcome back. Things are heating up. Final 4 competitors in women's ski SuperPipe are ready to rock and roll up top. And we are heating things up. Maddy Bowman is in the lead, looking for her 5th, unprecedented 5th gold medal in ski SuperPipe. Britta Sigourney not going to take her first gold. She's going to stay no better than silver. And then Marie Martineau in her swan song here at X, looking for a defense of the gold from last year. So here's what we're looking at. This is Maddy Bowman from South Lake Tahoe. 4 years in a row, from 2013 to 16, she earned gold. Last year, not so much. She was knocked off by Marie Martineau. If she earns a gold here, where she's currently in that position, she will become the all-time leading gold medalist over Sarah Burke in ski SuperPipe. So Jen, I ask you, what does she need to do to rise above from a 92 to a higher score?
Absolutely. I mean, Maddy has been working on her grabs in all of her tricks, and you can see it starting to pay off now. So she knows she just needs to keep doing that. The technicality is there. It comes down to amplitude and making sure she gets those grabs. Stomping that right side 720 into the switch left 900, landing really solid. There's the right side 540, and here we see some back-to-back nines. Left side 900. Oh, no. Ouch.
Yeah, just dug that edge in right at the bottom and took the face to the snow. Helmet's on for safety. That's a good thing she's up and moving.
Absolutely.
All right, so because she has a 92, that she was just looking to improve upon it. So now the waiting game happens.
Oh, yeah, and there's still 3 people to run and some heavy hitters, Marie and Cassie. But Maddy had a great run. And a 92 is a tough score to beat. So she's sitting in a decent spot, but it's a nerve-wracking spot. Getting the tail grab there, like we said, she's been focusing on this for the last season and a half now. It's part of the reason I think that last year we didn't see Maddy on quite as many podiums as we're used to. But this girl is chasing her 5th gold medal. That is unfathomable. 8 medals in X Games. So this is huge for her.
Yeah, and you see right here, she'll put the gear down, and you see the edge right here. It'll dig in. Oh, she crossed her tips just to touch the edge.
Just a little bit.
Yep, dug in, and it's just the quick little nuances there. It'll throw you down to the street top.
Doesn't take much, folks. Doesn't take much.
Yep, so Maddy Bowman, her best score was a 92 on her 2nd run. That's going to keep her right there, and she's just going to dance around, try to get rid of those nerves, right? So three remain. If they do better than a 92, all 3 of them, it could knock Maddy out of it. We'll see what happens. Ayana Anazuko. She's earned some hardware here before. As a matter of fact, 3 years in a row, the last 3 years, silver medals here and a bronze over in Oslo in 16. So from the land of the rising sun, here goes the Japanese warrior, Ayana Anazuko, 3rd and final run.
Boosting on that 900. I think that's the best one we've seen out of her tonight. Into the right side 540. Moving on to that left 720, landing super solid, nice wide stance to sneak in that switch down the pipe, right side 720. Into the left side 540, coming into the bottom of her run. We had issues here last time. Oh, shoot. Just running out of pipe. So it's interesting, you know, these athletes are trying to display their most technical run that they possibly can, and sometimes the way that you link your tricks together, you end up with kind of a funny amount of space in the pipe, either not quite enough to fit a trick, or if you were to stop the hit before, then you're not using the whole pipe to the best. So it's always a really interesting strategy to figure out how to best fit your whole run into a half pipe. She does a great job with most of this, and then just can't quite get her feet back on the ground on that 720.
And you'll see once again gets backwards and lands sideways. And when you're landing sideways on a vertical wall, the bindings are meant to come off for that safety reason right there.
Protecting her knees, so we're good with it.
Onizuka will stay in 5th position and not be on the podium this time around. But watch out for her come South Korea for the Olympics. Okay, so Cassie Sharp, big aerial assault, excellent tricks. She's got the grabs. What's running through her mind right now?
I think Cassie's just trying to muster up a little energy and motivation. I talked to her earlier in the week, and she was just saying she was having a hard time really digging deep to get amped up. She's feeling a little bit exhausted. That whole qualifying process for the Olympics ain't no easy feat. So we'll see if she can get amped up for this last run. Looks like she's got a little more energy than she did in those first 2.
Only as good as your last run. Let's see what she starts it off with. Big mute grab.
Into the right side 900. There's that flare. And a right side 360, looking over that shoulder into the switch left 360. Doing a nice big straight air.
The final hit, which she missed last time, puts it to her feet.
And doing a left 9. Interesting strategy. So she was starting her run with that 900. What we saw this run, she dropped in and did a straight air instead so that she could finish her run with that 900. I think she wasn't feeling quite comfortable landing switch on that bottom hit. So she put her run to her feet, had some technicality, had some great amplitude. We're going to have to see what the judges think. I'm glad I'm not a judge at this moment.
Yeah, but getting the butterflies out of the way and putting the run down that she wanted to, and you'll see there's the details. Up and over the eyes, spotting the landing. And what I liked is she was matching the top of the transitions. What that does is continues the speed all the way throughout the pipe.
Absolutely. Matching the angle of her ski to the slope of the pipe wall so she can get the maximum amount of speed into the next hit. And there's that left 900. Tickling the grab, not fully locking onto it, but really landed perfectly. I mean, she brings that around great, and she's pretty pumped. Don't blame her.
All right, so score to beat, 92 to slide into the lead for the gold momentarily. One more competitor, Marie Martineau, yet to go, and you see up top on the hat, needs a 92.01 for the lead. Judges doing their thing up top. Cassie waiting, score coming. You've been in this position a few times, Jen. In 88.66, it is good for 3rd place. Bowman dodging a bullet. She could do no worse than a silver at this point. And Sigourney, no worse than a bronze. So if you're in the podium hunt here, Sharp's looking on saying, I'd really like a bronze regardless, but I got the defending X Games gold medalist. The lady's been in the hunt for over 12 years in the sport of ski SuperPipe, Marie Martineau, and she deserves all the props, all the accolades. We can't say enough in this small broadcast about what this lady has meant to the sport of skiing, especially SuperPipe. She got motivated to get back into this. Why? Because of Sarah Burke.
I have chills just watching this right now, knowing that this is the last time you're going to be dropping in to the X Games halfpipe after it has done so much for your life and career. Really nice skiing out of Marie.
She's in the 4th position, looking to improve upon an 87.33.
Here's that left side 900, landing it pretty clean into the flare. Let's see if she's going to go for that 10, make a statement here, Marie. Boom, huge 10, losing a shoe. I'm glad she went for it. You gotta go for it.
You do. So Marie going forward on her final hit of her final run. We shift focus now to the 3 in the center of the camera. That is Maddy Bowman giving hugs to Britta Sigourney, taking a silver, and Cassie Sharp from Canada taking a bronze. So how about that? Maddy Bowman now setting the all-time record, 5 gold medals in ski SuperPipe. Congratulations. Britta Sigourney taking a silver, Cassie Sharp taking a bronze. As we listen in, great camaraderie these ladies have, getting the photos, and they'll all be going over to Korea shortly to do the same thing in a different pipe, a whole different world away. All right, Jen, so great looking competition, safe, I always like that. Bowman takes the gold, Sigourney taking the silver, and Cassie Sharp from Canada with the bronze. And the swan song for Martineau just off the podium, but you know, awesome to have her in this competition anytime, anyway. So that wraps things up, and we're going to have ourselves a interview right down below, and I believe she's going to get herself a gold. Tom Wallish, the third member of our party, is down there. Tom, get in there, talk to us.
How's it going, Maddy? How you feeling? Exciting night.
Yeah, crazy night. I'm stoked. I grabbed my Switch 7.
A lot of good grabs, a lot of great work out there. Your 5th gold medal. Does it feel better than it did before, or is this the best?
This is the best. It's been a rough last year, and I'm happy to be back here.
Well, congratulations again.
Thank you. Thanks, Tom. It's good to have you here.
Yeah, great work down there, Tom. Thank you so much, Maddy. Big smiles. I'll tell you what, 5 gold medals in the last 7 years. That is something very impressive as she heads her way over to Korea with the rest of them. There it is, Bowman, Sigourney, Cassie Sharp. Jen, your thoughts on tonight's competition?
That was a fantastic competition. I'm super happy for Maddy, and really good skiing out of all these women tonight. You know, Maddy's been working on that grabbing game, and she got it in her Switch 7 tonight, so it's certainly paid off, and she's adding a little more hardware to her collection, and that medal looks pretty fun.
Yeah, it's got a full bling factor where you can
like
send that thing around.
Those little ADD, like, twirly things that everybody plays with. It's perfect.
Yeah. So, once again, wrapping things up, Maddy Bowman taking her 5th gold, passing the legend of Sarah Burke, who had 4 for so long. She was the one that set the bar so high, and Maddy is now the queen of the pipe with 5 gold medals. Well, the kids had a great time. The girls walked out of the pipe safe. Congratulations to Maddy Bowman, Britta Sigourney, Cassie Sharp, and of course, Marie Martineau, the legend of sport. Her final hit was at the bottom. She couldn't walk away with a medal, but she shined in our hearts and always will. Thanks so much for tuning in. Lots more X Games yet to come. We're out of here.